I want to talk about one guy, Tom, quickly. There's two guys. There's quite a few guys, but one main guy, Nwaneri, when he came on. He's box office from what I've seen in the pre-season tour. The cameo minutes he has had already. But Tom, even when he came on yesterday, he lit up the Emirates yesterday. What was your thoughts, man?
Yeah, very impressive. I think that when you see a player come off the bench who's 17 years of age, there is sometimes what you'll see is a performance where he'll receive a pass and he'll pass it back to the player that he got passed to from.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to do anything wrong, which is, it is completely understandable. They want to play it safe. They want to make sure they're not making any mistakes. They don't want to be a cause of, a reason why we drop points. But there was nothing safe about what Nwaneri did when he came off the bench. He was direct. He was instantaneously creating a shooting opportunity for himself by taking players on. And Leicester didn't really know how to deal with his movement and his confidence and kind of the low centre of gravity that allows him kind of this ability to kind of skip through players that we have not seen really since Bukayo Saka burst onto the scene, as well. So the fact he's left-footed is also a big plus because it means he can cut inside and create these opportunities for himself. But yeah, it's very exciting to see what he's going to be able to produce. It's going to be exciting to see if he gets a starting opportunity in any of the upcoming games as well. I think that he will, of course, get some substitute appearances against maybe PSG on Tuesday. And who knows whether he's going to start against Southampton. But I think he's made a very strong claim that he deserves to be given that Premier League opportunity to start game.
Well said, Tom. Tom, with his style of play stylistically, what you've seen of him, and obviously his little cameo appearance, who does he kind of? If you think of players around in Europe, who would you say he's kind of similar to in terms of the type of areas?
I think the way in which he can play in a wide area and he can play in the middle, but with that low centre of gravity, I look at someone like Bernardo Silva potentially as being kind of that little figure. I guess there could be some comparisons to Phil Foden as well that some people might make. But I just think that there is. I'm never a big fan of kind of doing the whole comparison thing because I like players like forging their own, their own pathways, if you like.
Cool.
But I think when you're looking stylistically at like the smaller, more diminutive, technical players that can play internally and externally, I think Silva's maybe a good comparison.
Yeah, no, great shout. And listen, one thing is with I think particularly when you get the ball within central areas, what will help with your transition is the people that are good ball carriers and are sharp and are quick. And you look at someone like an Eze at Palace, and obviously Ethan come on yesterday. Superb, Tom, little cameo appearance. 17, it makes me feel very on the top. You know how I am, so I'm not even going to say it again live on AlbertJTV, but it's fine. But yeah, he's that spark that you like. He just something different. And I had this conversation, I think I was on Dan channel, this is ages ago now. And I think you see this, Tom, particularly with a lot of Arsenal fans, got to buy the best and, get world class. And I always say that's fine doing that. But if you look at a lot of the clubs, all right, cool, you can talk about money spent and the players they bring in. You have to bring in young players. You have to, and if you think, and particularly if you think they're good enough, and you have to do that. There has to be that balancing act where, yes, you bring in fantastic players into your club to make them better, until you get into your first 11s and your sort of core 13, 14 players. But you like to see a Miles Lewis Skelly, who I thought was excellent the other night against Bolton, by the way. And obviously Ethan Nwaneri. So listen, the more it's going to benefit us. Obviously, we've got players coming back as well, but